Is that on? Is this thing working? Is this thing on? What's up, Acoustic Motel? Welcome to the motel this week. This is a song I've been doing live for a little while. I wrote it in 2003, I think, maybe 2004, before I had a record deal, or the current record deal. And I was trying to get a record deal, and it was a rainy day in Dallas, and I was trying to get to the mailbox on time to mail out this demo to Tony Brown. I don't know if they ever got it, but it was going to change my life that particular afternoon. So I had to get it out, left at 4:45 from my house, and I was trying to get to the motel, to the mailbox, and I had to go across all these different intersections. One was a double Esplanade deal, and it was raining, and I could hardly see, and the traffic was right. Obviously, I waited until almost 5 o'clock to go to the airport. So I was kind of having a minor panic attack, just trying to get there to mail this thing off, because in my mind, if I didn't mail the CD off with 5 spectacular songs, my career was over. You can understand. And so it was like, now it's like 10 till 5, and I'm trying to get to the mailbox, and I still haven't crossed the intersection, just less than a half mile from my house. I finally get across the intersection, and I get up to the next light, which is 2 lights before the mailbox. And it's like, I can tell it's going to be like 3 cycles before I get through the light. So I'm freaking out about that. And on my left, out of the side of my peripheral vision, I saw this guy with a cardboard sign that said, "We'll work for beer." And I started freaking out about, like, I thought that was uncool, because it was like 5 years after the first time I'd seen a "We'll work for beer" sign, which was cool the first time I saw it. And the first 20 times I saw it, I thought, okay, that's cool. That's, you know, hustling for a living. But now it's kind of like overkill, like writing the same song over and over again. It's like, come on, man, come up with something new. And so, obviously, by now my mind had been taken off my career and onto this guy's career as a panhandler. I was trying to fix him, and then I was trying to figure out if I should give him money or not, because it was raining outside and I'm in a car. And but then I started thinking, as I was rolling down the window to give him money, I thought, well, that's not even good either, because it's like you're not teaching the man to fish, you're just giving him a fish. And so I had this whole political debate as far as what we should do with homeless people and panhandlers. And so, to make a long story longer, I rolled up the window and just pretended not to look at the guy, which I know didn't work. He saw me, he obviously saw me having a problem inside my own car. Maybe he was trying to help me. But by the time I got to the mailbox, obviously there's another bunch of idiots just like me who just wait to go to the mailbox until almost 5 o'clock. So the line's out the door, and I'm starting to freak out about that. And as I'm trying to hold the door open for somebody, I'm thinking to myself, well, if I hold the door for this guy, and he goes in front of me, and then they close the windows at 5 o'clock, I'm not going to get my record, my CD out, the demo out. So I was freaking out about whether or not I should be rude to this woman who was trying to get in the door in front of me, if I should just not hold the door for them, and that's not very Texan of me, and so I was freaking out about that a little bit. Then I look up at the window. There's 5 windows at the mailbox. Only 3 of them are ever open, and I'm not really sure why. But there's one woman who's always there, or at least always was there. Well, every time I went in there, I kept looking at her, and I would stare her down, not because I was mad at her or anything else, but I thought she looked like a guy. And so I was trying to figure out if this woman was a guy. And so as I'm waiting in line, knowing that the clock's ticking on me getting my demo out, I was trying not to stare at this person who's doing the mailbox, working at the mailbox, because I didn't want to make them feel weird by having all the patrons stare at her or him or whatever. And so I'm trying the whole time just to look down, hoping that I don't know anybody else in line, because I'm acting like a freak, because I'm trying not to freak out that girl. But, you know, in the corner of my eye, I kept looking for like a vein or something to pop out on her arm to see like if it really was like transsexual or not. I had to know this for some reason, which was good, I guess, because it took my mind off the fact that my career was dwindling. Well, it can't dwindle if it really never was. So I get up there, I mail my stuff. She says thank you. She's always friendly. She's really nice to me. I'm completely rude to her because I don't want to make her feel bad, if that makes sense. And I get home, and I go off to this gig. I drive up to this gig in Oklahoma where I run into my friend Todd Snyder. Sometimes I call him Stoney. I say, how you doing, man? He says, oh, I'm pretty good. How you doing? I said, well, not good, man. I had a major anxiety attack just trying to get a demo off. He goes, wow, man, what's the problem? I said, well, I'm trying to get a record deal. He goes, oh, it's okay, man. I said, how do you know it's okay? He goes, well, just keep riding high, eating good, and staying out of jail. Everything will be fine. And I thought, Christ, man, can it really be that easy? gonna send this song out to the Reno Flash, wherever he is today. There's a man who stands on the corner with a sign that says I work for beer. I was trying not to notice, but I know he knows, I know he's there. And it's always an awkward moment. I don't know why I care. He's riding high, eating good, staying out of jail. There's this woman, she works at my post office. Hell, I swear I think that woman's a man. Sometimes it almost scares me. Hell, her hands are bigger than I am, but she's always got a real big smile. I think there's something going on down there. She's riding high, eating good, staying out of jail. There's a certain amount of freedom when you realize everything is in doubt. And if half the way to heaven is still just half the way to hell, keep riding high, eating good, staying out of jail. I got this friend, we all call him Stoney. Well, some people say he don't live right. Sometimes he drinks in the morning and he stays up cooking grass most nights. But you ask him how things are going, he just laughs like it's all in the air. He says, I'm riding high, eating good, staying out of jail. There's a certain amount of freedom when you realize everything is in doubt. And if half the way to heaven is still just half the way to hell, keep riding high, eating good, staying out of jail. Yeah, riding high, eating good, staying out of jail. Keep riding high, eating good, staying out of jail.